My name is Lady Learn Explore. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be talking about my first multimedia book of 2022, and that is Night Film by Marcia Purcell. Purcell? Yeah. Let's talk about this because this is interesting. So, this book is big, long, thick, but it's a multimedia book. So, a multimedia book means that it has multimedia in it. So, this book has like Wikipedia pages, we have like interviews from like documents. We have websites. We have literally notes written down. So even though it's like over 500 pages, some of them are pictures. Okay. Oh my gosh. I am in like right here. So I'm not even halfway done. I think I'm like 22% into the story. So we follow a journalist, and his name is Scott. And right off the bat, there is a murder. Not even a murder. There is a death. And it's with a daughter of a very influential and highly reclusive award-winning filmmaker. Her name is Ashley. She was 24, and her name is Ashley Cordova. And Cordova family is like very rich, affluent, but very, very, very reclusive and very hush about a lot of different things that are going on in their lives. The father hasn't been seen in person for over 30 years. But he does have a son from his first marriage, but his first marriage ended in tragedy when his first wife died. I think 3 months after giving birth to the son, and 2 months after she first learned how to swim. His second wife, he was only married to for 3 months, and then they quietly got divorced, and she doesn't talk about their marriage at all. And then the third marriage was with, I think, her mother, but that was quiet as well, or she's a legitimate child. But like all I know is like most of like the family of the Cordovas are like very reclusive, mystery, a lot of death situated around him and his family. So she has appeared to die from a suicide. She jumped off of an elevator shaft and plummeted to her death in an abandoned warehouse. The thing about it is, she was in a mental institution before then. So how'd she get out of the institution and like was out and about for days and no one said anything? And then all of a sudden she's at this warehouse. Why was she there, and why did she commit this act? But Scott doesn't think that this is true. He thinks there's something going on. He doesn't consider this a suicide. He also, like, we're finding out that there's something going on with him and Cordova, like the father, because he's like on this to the hardcore. So like I'm thinking there's something going on. Like he has something on the Cordova guy, like the father, or like he knows something. Like he is like really like into this. But Ashley, the 24, she was a prodigy of the arts, a pianist. She was great at it. Then all of a sudden, like, she became like reclusive as well. And then we start finding out like people and the family were sending her to these camps for behavior problems and mental institutions for behavior problems, but no one could figure out what was wrong with her. But we do know that like she does have episodes where if it's completely dark, she has hallucinations. So she has to be where it's light. That's the only thing like we like hardcore know that is medically something wrong with her. This is so interesting because like there's so many layers to what's going on. I feel like I'm watching, like I'm reading a Netflix documentary. This is so good. And Scott is just like, he is just hounding these leads, just really hounding them. I'm on chapter 33, which is like 201. And we found like a lot of things out. Like, she got out. This is gonna be a spoiler, so if you don't want to know about this, and I'm just, like, you can click off. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you guys in the next video. But let's go to the spoiler. We find out that like she was in a mental institution that she broke out of, and the person that broke her out was one of the guards. Sorry. Person that broke her out was one of the guards, and he said that there's something was weird about her because he was a guard who would watch the cameras, and she would know when he was watching the cameras because she would look at him while he was watching her watch her like play the piano when she wasn't supposed to. And he would ask her how she would know, and she wouldn't say anything. She actually didn't hardly ever talk to him. But one day, she plays the piano, and then she drops something on the floor. He finds it, and then the note says, "I'm in here not of my own free will. There's nothing wrong with me. I need help to get out." And then he, who is in love with her, but he's also married with a kid, breaks her out. And he does it. He does it, and he thinks that they're gonna be together. But this is what I think, like, there's something wrong with her. I haven't found out in the book what it is yet. But he says like she wants to go to this tower in New York City, and she didn't bring anything with her when he broke her out, so he had to get all her clothes. Then they get to the station so they can go to New York City, and he's buying tickets for the next train. And when he gets the ticket, a train's leaving and he can't find her. He then finds out she's on the same train as leaving. He's knocking on the window like, "What are you doing?" And he says that she looks at him like she has no idea who he is and why he's knocking on her window, looking at her like he knows her. That's strange. Another strange thing is when she was at camp, a behavior camp for like the influential people to send their kids who have behavior issues. She was reclusive as well, but she did make a sort of friend, and this guy and her were talking for a little bit, trying to get to know each other, but like not as in romantic wise, but just to talk. And he says, like, this is years later, that he gets this note in the mail that tells him to like meet him at this place, and he doesn't do it because he's like, well, I know it's her. That's her handwriting. It's her. I didn't go do it, but now that she's dead, I went back, and I don't know what this message means. And like it's just so much going on with this girl and her family. It's like really, really weird. Really weird. And I'm trying to figure out like why Scott is like really into this. I know he's an investigative journalist, but like I know there's something more to him and the father, Cordova. Something more. And also, Cordova's films, I really want to watch it. Because, like, they're talking about, like, how his films are, like, really, like, panic-inducing, scary, they're being banned. And I'm just like, that sounds, like, really interesting. Like I want to see, like, 30 minutes of it. But, yeah. I'm going to continue reading this because like, this was, like, really interesting. So, let's see what else. This is gonna be a good vlog because I'm probably not gonna finish this I started this yesterday, which is the 10th. Started this on the 10th, and it's 5:90 something, and I know that like I have other things to do. So I'm gonna like stream this out a little bit more. So we shall see what this is up. But I do like this because this is a great, great multimedia book. I liked because like the other multimedia book I read was House of Leaves, and that one was like super long, and I only liked the first story because it's a story within a story about a story, and it was just so much. It was so much work, so much. I basically read like the same story 3 times. So I literally could have been like, okay, I basically read this 3 times. Just saying. Just saying. But anyways, let me get back to this because again, this is really interesting. So I finished Nightfall and I don't really like it. I think it's kind of racist. Racist. Give you examples. The Cordova has a PA who is from Mexico. She's been his PA for years, like over 30 years, and she's Mexican Hispanic. And then all of a sudden she has to be a human trafficker. She has to be. And we found out she was. Scott, who I told you is the journalist, he goes interviews a Chinese businessman about Ashley, and he keeps talking about his long face and his Great Wall flip-flops. Orlando, which is a POC character, dies. Spoiler. Sorry. I was so mad about this. Like, Scott doesn't want Orlando to come on this, like, you know what? I just don't like this. It wasn't my jam. It started off really good. I thought it was going to be really good. And then I just started noticing these little tidbits. And then just all these tidbits just started adding together, and I just don't like it. So it's just not for me. So yes, this will be getting a 2. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys in my next video. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer, and I will see you next time. Bye!